Hello you big sexy lizardfish, Andy here for What Culture Wrestling, and it's time to do a big old news thing. Today we're going to talk about a potentially huge NXT call-up, All Elite Wrestling, and first of all, good old Seth Rollins. So the Kingslayer is doing some good things at the moment. He's still having great matches, the crowd are super into him, and while the Dean Ambrose feud has gotten a little bit weird lately, why, for the love of God, was Dean Ambrose getting injections in his arsehole on Monday Night Raw? But they're going to have a great match at TLC regardless, and of course, Rollins is still Intercontinental Champion. But here's the thing about that. That may not have been the case had WWE gone with their original plan for the Ambrose heel turn. According to the typically reliable WrestleVotes, WWE's original plan involved Dean costing Seth the Intercontinental title, and the man who was going to take hold of the belt was Elias. But that being said, having the IC title involved in the Rollins vs Ambrose feud, which is something a lot of people have been looking forward to for a long time, does give it a boatload of prestige. So, meh. Things are working out pretty well regardless. Why were these Elias plans scrapped? Well, along with every other major creative plan the company had in mind, they basically had no choice but to tear it up, throw it in the scrap heap, and start again when Roman Reigns' leukemia returned, prompting a major reshuffle of everything on Raw. This is, of course, completely understandable, but if I'm being honest, I don't think it'll be too long before we see Elias with that belt anyway, perhaps sometime in early 2019. Story number 2, and with the trademarks filed and the wrestlers' contracts seemingly expiring in January and February 2019, All Elite Wrestling is the talk of the internet at the moment. Whether or not the promotion actually gets started remains to be seen, and they face a massive uphill battle if they want to put a dent in WWE's colossal market share, but anything that can be deemed anything close to competition in today's monopolized era should probably be celebrated. Your man Cody Rhodes was at a meet and greet in Melbourne, Australia recently, and according to Shagger Dave in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, he had a thing or two to say about the prospect of AEW. When asked about the potential new promotion, Cody simply said that people should wait until January because an announcement will be made and it will be bigger than anyone could imagine. Now, on surface level, this is extremely exciting, but let's not get too carried away. This is wrestling. Cody is a worker, and he could well just be trying to lead us astray. Still, it's going to be extremely interesting to see how this thing pans out. They've supposedly got the backing of the billionaire Khan family, and that should help them attract all kinds of potential free agents. Let's just see what happens as we head into 2019. And finally, it looks like WWE might be on the verge of calling up a former NXT champion to the main roster very soon. That man is Aleister Black, and according to Shagger Dave on a recent episode of Wrestling Observer Radio, he reckons that the former Tommy End is very near the top of WWE's list of potential NXT stars for promotion. Black has become a pillar of NXT since joining WWE. His matches have been awesome, the character really connects, and his title run was a success, but there are some concerns over how WWE might handle a character of his subtlety on the main roster. Nuanced gimmicks like Black's tend to come off a lot better in NXT, where the writing is sharper and the booking is more logical. Contrast that with Raw and SmackDown's wacky sports entertainment world, and yeah, it's easy to be cynical about things like this, but who knows, Black's really good. Maybe he'll transcend. Either way, guys, that's all for today. Be sure to go ahead and let us know what you think of the Elias and Seth Rollins plans, the All Elite Wrestling situation, and of course, Aleister Black potentially joining the main roster down in the comments section below. And once you've done that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And once you've done that, you know the drill by now. Take yourselves over to whatculture.com/WWE and check out all manner of great articles. We will have some tremendous year-end lists coming to you throughout the month of December, so check that out. You're not going to want to miss it. I've been Andy, and I'll see you later.